Okay, Chet. So let's just do a quick recap because of
Okay.
for our people for anybody watching this. Now, what we're thinking about right now is that we're talking about as people age and they we're talking about expiry dates.
Don't give me
Okay,
that shit.
there's a bit of that we're all going to die. We know that. All right, we
Yeah.
can't get
And
past
and you're
that.
talking to a guy that does dying. I'm good at it.
Yeah, you work in hospices and you're there for people end of life. Yeah, you see
Right.
people.
And I just gave a talk
Yeah.
on how to get the nurses that work with hospice have a good time. You know, uh, but 80% of them burn out in about 2, 3 years.
Of the nurses.
Yeah. Because think about it. You deal with somebody that's dying. And I'm trying to reverse that because there's a shortage of nurses. I just found out there's a shortage of physicians like me in that field.
Okay.
So my thing is to get people working in this field as long as they can. And now we're looking at 70, 80% of the people that are actually burned out in 2 years.
Wow. Wow.
And then the shit that happened to me, I have like a 3 to 5, plus or minus. I'm okay with it. I mean,
5 years left. This is what you're saying.
basically, but I mean, I went through a war. Most people don't remember Vietnam, but those days, when I came back, we were called baby killers.
Oh,
It wasn't like coming out of Afghanistan, shit like that. Everybody's a fucking hero. We were the baby killers.
okay.
Uh, so, all the shit that you hear about, I'm sorry about the
No,
language.
swear away. People.
All the stuff you hear about, how good this stuff is and stuff like that, wasn't like that when we came back.
Okay. So that's heavy.
Yeah. So when I came in and I had my uniform on because it's the only clothes that fitted, I was called a baby killer going to the fucking ice cream shop.
Yeah.
The good thing about it, I had a scholarship. I went to the college, got into med school and shit like that. Those days we could smoke in classrooms.
Oh my goodness. Oh,
Seriously, I
and
didn't smoke,
doctors.
but we could smoke in a freaking college classroom. Uh, so the culture that I grew up in is different than the culture. Right now we glorify the soldiers. And I think we need to go somewhere in between. Not like I'm a baby killer, you're the fucking hero. We should be somewhere in between. We do what's necessary. Uh I mean, my thing was, and and my last appointment with my physician was he says, we go through a history in military history and stuff. Well, yeah, I was in Vietnam. He says, well, we're in the burn pits. The only thing we burnt in Vietnam was shit. I mean, shit.
Yeah.
So we basically burned shit. So put a pit in a pit, put some gasoline on it and shit, stuff like that. What he was thinking of is a burn pits in, let's say, Afghanistan, stuff like that, where you're burning chemicals.
Mm.
So that has nothing to do with my lung disease. Then, you get a question, you smoke this. No, I never smoked. Basically, I tried it, never went for it. Weed, no, never was into it. Vapes, no. So physiologically, He says, "What the fuck's wrong with you? You didn't do the bad stuff." But that's what they call idiopathic pulmonary disease. And he says, a lot of people go on the internet and stuff like that. I mean, I know just as much as he does because, I taught him.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So
And
you
then,
know all this. But what about secondary smoking? If you've just said that
yeah, my dad died from kidney cancer, and that's the second most second common disease of smoking. But he and I were separated by about 20 years. He moved to Florida when he retired. I stayed in Illinois. My younger brother died at 62, again from a smoking related disease, heart failure and stuff like that. But I wasn't exposed to him as much, as you think. Uh, is there a possibility? But idiopathic pulmonary disease is more likely um, inflammatory type of disease, autoimmune type of disease. Some must have fucked up, somewhere and pissed off God.
yeah.
Let's put it this way. It's not my fault.
Yeah. I mean, who knows?
Yeah, yeah. I got into it. Don't blame anyone. It just shit happens.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that my biggest regret is my granddaughter.
I know.
My
Yeah.
grandson does not, he's okay. He's like, right now, let's see, he's about 12, 13. Is getting on there. It's getting to that point that, you know, when they get that age, they don't.
Community.
Yeah,
Yeah. I know.
yeah, yeah, Grandpa. Ah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Lucy, for some odd reason,
Yeah. You're very
eh,
close.
to me, yeah.
Yeah.
And my thing is how to get her ready. Her mom is also, I don't know. I mean, I never thought of myself as being an emotional being to be attached to somebody like that. And literally, I was crying when she told me that.
Yeah. When your
And
daughter said to her mummy, I think there's something wrong with
yeah,
Grandpa Chet.
oh, don't tell her anything. Let me figure it out how I can, you know, and that's where I think of my bunny person,
Okay.
which is you.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to shift all the shit on you,
No,
but
no. It's okay. So
I consider you one of my friends.
yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Uh, Chet, in the ebook, it's got the bunny talk process in there, and it's as you've heard my
Yeah, I
story
mean, I've
many
seen
times.
it more than once. Yeah,
But yeah, you've seen me talk many times on this, and it's the shadow puppets. So
yeah,
start playing with her. Start playing with her. She's 5. So it's and then just start doing your little thing, just like I did with my daughter. Okay. And just because you're taking it out of you now. And you all just start to have this little thing between you and you're anchoring in. And she will always remember that time with you of playing and that you're anchoring in that safety, love, and security, that unconditional love, which you so feel for her. Because we've already spoken about this now, and we
yeah,
know how much you both have this soul connection and that you are just bonded. And I can only imagine how sad you might feel at the thought that she is so sad, that she has recognized that there is something wrong with Grandpa Jack. She might have the wrong organ. It doesn't matter. The fact is, she knows there's something not quite right. And now she has
Well,
this fear.
yeah, and the thing is, I'm going there next week. I'm going to take to Children's Museum, you know. But how the, you know, hell did she get to the point that there's something's wrong with me? Nobody's telling her.
Clever. Children know.
I mean, I haven't seen her for like 2, 3 months,
Yeah.
about an hour away, and she has a little tutu lessons and stuff like that. And
But Chet, if you play that anytime when you're with her, and then you can, I mean, you've told me, you've said you've got like 3 to 5 years, give or take. All right.
yeah,
Let's go for the
I'm hoping for more.
yeah, let's go for the more. Okay. Let's go for the bigger side of that. So the time you every time you see her, if you do that with her, even if it's for like a couple of
Yeah.
minutes, the fact is that she will remember that. And you can say, we've got our little bunny thing.
Mhm.
She's at
Right.
the age of 5, and you every time you see her, or every time you go to a shop and there's a little bunny toy, she
Uh-huh.
gets stacks of little bunnies. So as she grows up and becomes a, a teenager, a
Uh-huh.
in her 20s, 30s, with the best will in the world, it's unlikely you will be here then. It's
Yeah.
unlikely I might be here then, you know.
Yeah.
So because we're all going to die, okay?
Yeah.
However,
It does not want to make it as easy for her.
yes, yes. And how can you do that so that you are leaving this legacy of this love behind, that she goes, oh, there's a bunny, because bunnies will always be around. They're
Yeah.
prolific, right? They multiply. So every time she
Love,
sees
very
one,
love.
she's then going to see that as a message.
Uh-huh.
Grandpa Chet, that's Grandpa Chet. He's thinking about me. And we both know that that is very soothing for people when they have loved somebody and they're very close to them. Because I see a lot of
Yeah.
people in my office who they're so sad because they've lost a grandparent that they were so close to, and they're heartbroken, or their mother or father or whoever it is, a good friend. Yet
Yeah.
whenever they see, or a sister, whenever they see a dragonfly or a butterfly or a red cardinal or a bunny rabbit or whatever it is, they go, oh, that's them.
Okay.
And that gives them some warm feeling
Uh-huh.
inside. And she can also know that anytime she's doing that, so we don't know what the process is going to be like for you.
Well, I'm dead.
Well, we don't know what it's going to be like. But as she comes to
I
see
know. Unfortunately, I have a patient that's going through it.
you, okay,
It's not pretty.
okay,
I wish I would be dying from a renal failure.
okay, because you said you've
No
got one,
bad choice. You just go to
yeah.
sleep and think. Uh, I am going to have basically asphyxiate.
Oh, okay,
And hopefully I'll have enough morphine to,
help the journey.
yeah. And this is the problem with doing what I do, is that, and my thing is to make the people I leave behind, my wife, grandkids, feeling, you know what?
Yeah, yeah. It's just that
Sorry.
you know too much. You know
Yeah,
too much, and that must be. I can only
sorry, Gloria.
imagine
I
that.
didn't do this.
I'm gonna get some tissues. Um, okay, so that must be oh gosh,
Something you didn't
very
expect.
unpleasant. No, very unpleasant to know. Well, do you know what? Out of interest, then, is there something that you can put in place so that you
I
don't
am I have
asphyxia?
a recorder, and I'm recording my life.
Okay,
So they will have a audio recording of what I did. Uh, Not planning on editing anything. I did shit
yeah,
that we all wish we did, but it's gonna be part of the recording. I have it, from the beginning. I remember when my parents were fighting and my mom beat the shit out of my father with a keychain. All right, lady, and stuff like
the
that.
other way around then.
Yeah, and all this shit's gonna be recorded, and once I'm dead, I don't give a fuck what they think about it.
Well, yeah, I mean, your soul will be up there. As we all know, this is a vessel, in our field, our soul is
Yeah,
the soul. But what I'm hearing is that you want to leave it as nice as you possibly can for your loved ones.
I want them to realize I did what I did. I had no, basically, I have no regrets.
Okay, have no regrets. Yeah.
There's some shit I should have done better,
Okay.
but who gives a fuck? After a while, I'm gone. I don't give a shit.
No, no.
you know, and Claudia, what we just did, I love you for that. I wish you the best, and I thank you with all my heart for your time.
Oh, thank you, Chet. Yeah. Well,
I'm
you're a special
sorry for
person.
messing up your makeup.
I know you messed up my makeup. No, it's all good. It's
Oh,
like
by the
it makes
way,
me human.
the thing about that being the English
I-
hypnotist, you have to rethink it.
what
Rethink it, babe.
rethink it? The English hypnotist.
Yeah, you're more than that.
Oh,
I think you're more than that. I like your dog, but I could never take my dog for a walk. It's 200 pounds.
no. I don't think I could take your dog for a walk.
But, I love what you just did for me, and I mean it.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
I do.
You are such a special person.
But so are you.
Yeah, thank you.
I will see you soon anyway. Hopefully, I'll make it to the next meeting.
Yes, you will. You will all the time. You will all the time.
And
And
I believe in you. I believe in you, what you're doing.
thank
I
you.
mean, what you're doing is great. And it's kind of weird. Uh, Something just dropped in my lap or whatever hands. Is that there's I didn't know there was a men health shit coming up month. Somebody just dropped that in my lap, say I need to do it next month, June 6th, whatever, June 3rd. Is a men's health thing.
Okay.
So, the stuff's, dropping in. So whatever Rich Goozy does, it seems to be working. But what you're doing, I love, and I wish you the best.
Thank you. Thank you,
I
Chet.
mean, you're the star right now in the group.
Wow.
And
I appreciate you. As I say, I love it. It's very, it's very
yeah,
personal. But he talk for my own thing.
yeah, I know.
Um,
The thing is, what we do is we suffer first, and some of us take that suffering and share it and make it for the rest of the people. You know, your Bonnie thing with your daughter, you take it out and you make the world better. My granddaughter's shit, I'll somehow, in my hospice thing, I'll take it out and make the world better. It's not like, making some shit proprietary and selling it. Is, I mean, I'm from a model, I'm a doctor. If I know something, I want to share it and make the world better. I think you are the same way. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't need to know, pain for pain and stuff like that and sell it out.
It's not a competition.
Yeah. I mean, there's 8 billion fucking people in the world.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean, I can rip off your parts of your bunny top. You never said I can't use it, you know, and I'm here. You can call me any time of the day, night, certain times. Don't call me 4 o'clock because Rich goes, is
He
fucking.
does that with his messages.
Yeah. But, the thing is, if you need anything out of me, anything, and I mean anything, I will share, help you out, make you better.
Thank you.
You know, I do appreciate this time you spent with me. I spent more water than I did in the past 20 years. And I don't know what to say, but I do appreciate it. And hopefully I can get my granddaughter to the place where she needs to be.
Yeah, I really do think you both playing that together will.
Yeah. I've seen your process more than once, and I can rip you off anytime you want to. Yeah. But I do appreciate your input. Really. I do. Don't take it wrong. I love what you just did. Not in the, but I do love what you just did for me. And I appreciate it very deeply.
Yeah.
Thank you. And if you want to spread this video, whatever, go for it.
Okay. Well, I think thank you. Oh my gosh.
I love
Yeah,
you.
honestly, I think you're such
I
a
do love you. Let's put it this way.
thank you. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Oh, double Kleenex.
We got on really well at the I know I'm crying.
I'm
Oh my
serious.
goodness.
I
But
mean,
we'll see.
I
We'll
know
still, yeah, you're still here.
goodness, cut this out.
It's all part of it. All right, but
You know, I
I'm
appreciate
gonna send this to you because I think it's important for you to have that as well for your.
Yeah, yeah. And the thing is, if it helps somebody else, share it.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Because I think people do have a fear of
And I
leaving
mean, I'm
their
the
loved
only
ones.
one. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not the only one that's gonna die soon, whatever. But
Yeah.
if I get closer and I get worse, I'd get in touch with you. We can do another one like that. And it's kind of weird, for a person that deals with dying and death all the time. And when it touches home, it's kind of different.
Yeah.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I did a presentation today on how to decompress the hospice nurses.
Yeah.
And this morning, before I called you, is like 80% of the nurses in hospice quit because of the stress of dealing with that, you know. And I have been dealing with hospice, unfortunately, for since 81, it's like 4 years or so. And I became numb to that.
Do you think that's what happened? You became numb to it?
Yeah. And I think when my granddaughter walked something in my unconscious, I guess.
Yeah.
And I started getting emotional, which I usually don't.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard to explain what's going on, you know what I'm saying? So I appreciate your input plus what I can do. And I do apologize for your emotional distress.
It just comes out. I'm not. It's better out than in.
Yeah, yeah, that's
That
what Shrek
we know
says.
that. We know that. You know, I'm a female. I'm gonna cry.
Oh,
It's
no, 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 no. You know, I don't believe female male shit.
well, it's like this. There is this whole thing that men. I mean, I was brought up with that. Men aren't allowed to cry.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Men
You
aren't
know,
allowed to feel their
you're
emotions. But I'm
British, you
so
know.
glad they do
You're
now.
supposed to be British, you know, guys have a feeling.
the It's like your granddaughter made your heart grow.
Yeah, the problem with growing your heart, it might explode. It might not have enough room in my chest.
Yeah, the amount of love you have for her is immense.
It's, you know, it's kind of interesting because I have the grandkids. I have five of them. Uh, my grandson, he's okay. You know, he's a cool dude. You know, and he's okay. Then there's Lucy, and for some reason, she and I have a connection.
Mm.
And then there's um, another one, my second son's. He has three, and his oldest one does not connect well. Then he has a set of twins, uh, male and female, and if I don't show up for their birthday, so it's okay. Uh, and I don't feel guilty about it. And yet, you know, they're all like name, you know, same alpha names and stuff like that. But Lucy, for some odd reason, and you know, Lucy means light,
Yeah,
and she doesn't like my ex. She doesn't like. She likes to play with the other kids, but they don't, you know, connect. And yet, oh, hey, Grandpa, you know, she's like lights my day up.
yeah,
And it's kind of weird because, you know, I have five grandkids and only one that,
yeah. Interesting, isn't it? Yeah.
yeah. And, you know, I know you as a mom don't have favorites, but you do.
Well, there's one that there is a connection. Funnily
Yeah.
enough, you know, it's you know, there's a special bond. I mean, I love them all, but there's and they're all in their own different ways. But it's like, and funnily enough, his name means light as well.
Yeah. No, I'm saying, you know, you have other kids, you know, so if I had you first, I wouldn't have the other ones.
Yeah, yeah.
That's,
It's interesting. There's just that
that's kind of
soul.
thing.
You
You
know
have
that
your
your soul.
favorites, but you don't, you know? You say, oh, I don't have any favorites. Yes, you do.
Yeah, there's the soul. I think it's the soul connection.
Yeah.
Uh, you just know that your souls have probably met before.
Yeah,
And,
that's that,
and
the thing is, I'm looking at you, I'm looking at, all the people we met. The thing is, okay, oh yeah, I'll talk to her.
yeah, well, we've always connected as well. So there's probably a soul connection.
Yeah,
It's yeah, you've always sort of like hung around and chatted to me at various conferences and
yeah, and
very welcoming and kind.
yeah, and I do like your whole concept of putting someone a piece of paper and show.
Taking the body out. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's the beauty of it. What I'm saying is, a lot of people don't realize we are not just what's inside this piece of shit. It's all of us,
Yeah.
the whole body.
Yeah.
And I always thought like that. And you were one of the first people that actually embodied it.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate it.
And I thought, and I was like, wow, that's interesting because whether you look about burns or the arrow techniques, all that motor shit, yeah, fine. But you're the first one that actually says, why don't we take the whole body? And I think that's where your genius shines.
Well, I
We all
appreciate
have a
it.
genius, but I mean, you're impressed.
Well, actually, I just started playing with my children like that because it rains a
Yeah.
lot. So I always did that just through body playing. But then I used that when I saw my children back in England for, we drew it out on the body. To me, it just made sense.
Well, the thing is when I started with hypno, well, I was about 8, 9 or so. I was a kid in Poland, a Polish kid, sorry, and started out at whole body thing. So you would imagine, uh, projection stuff like that, and that's before Ericsson and stuff like that. It's just you would use a whole body as a object, that you know you just gotta, oh yeah.
Yeah.
and,
Well, it's
and
all of us.
yeah, and was it ahead of time? I don't know, but then we're looking at the unconscious mind, and we're bringing the body back into the consciousness.
Yeah. Well, people feel things in their gut, don't they?
Yeah,
People
don't they? Yeah,
the
because
needle.
those days, it was the German ones, the whole, you would think, the head, the body, stuff like that. And he's gonna bring it back in, and it's coming back in and back out, back in, back out. I mean, that's what you're doing. You're bringing the whole what we are into the individual self. You
And
may
then
not,
helping them change it.
yeah, you're not thinking of it, but back in the day when I was younger, we're talking like 70 years, 80, 70 years ago, the body, you would bring it in and you would scan it from the top to the bottom. If you look at the Mesmer, if you have time, we can always
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mesmer, yeah. But he brought the whole body back into the mind, and we're going back to it. It's sort of like what I'm thinking of. Here's the east, here's the west. You split. Why did we split? Why did East and West split? Because if you look at it, I don't know how much Eastern philosophy you have, but a lot of that, they're into the mind or the five chakras or whatever. And then you look at the West, are into the body.
Yeah, do you know, I was just thinking that it's interesting because you talk about the communism into the West. It's like what I'm thinking about Germany, East and West, when they
Yeah.
split, and they built the wall, the Berlin Wall, and things like that. So it's like what you're saying is that actually it's everything. It's the whole. It's not just the mind.
Yeah.
Um, and it's the mind, body, and soul, which is what I think a lot of hypnotists, will always think about. There are things to call themselves mind, body, and soul.
Well, you would think, but they don't.
Oh,
Think about it. Okay. There's a couple of them that do. Let's say Bob Burns has his little,
swan.
yeah, thing, uh, the arrow technique and stuff like that. They're mostly left brain stuff. Then you have a James Strip, which is a little bit left and right. And then Melissa Tears, which is way the fuck off the. I don't know how you feel about her, but I think she just lost it. So, but if you look the best of our group, includes you, are bringing back what's inside here, which is you don't see me, but I'm playing with my boobs here. Is the body, which is our unconscious, plus our head, which is our conscious, together. And that's what you're doing. You're integrating the whole body with the consciousness. Think about it.
Yeah, because it's
When
like,
you draw out your outlines,
mm,
what are you drawing out? You're not drawing out the consciousness.
no,
You're drawing out the parts of what we are, our unconsciousness, basically. Uh, let's put it this way. Have certain beliefs when I live or die. It's one belief. I breathe and out. It's another belief. I digest, take a shit. It's another belief, and stuff like that. That's my unconsciousness. What I spew out at you is my conscious part. And then you are. And so, okay, Chet's full of shit. He's talking this and that. And you just delete because there's too much information to which you don't want. Right? Okay. And whatever your belief is, you outline me.
yeah. So I just take in what I want.
Yeah. You say, he's full of shit on here. He's okay with me.
Yeah, because that's my beliefs and my values. Well,
Yeah.
that's you're saying that, and I can filter it.
Yeah. And we're basically deletion machines,
Yeah.
if you believe that, or whatever belief you want. I'm not transferring my beliefs into you.
No, because I've got my own, and I can
Yeah, yeah.
agree
It's
with other
okay,
things you've
fine.
said and not
Example,
others. Yeah.
walking out with wearing glasses and stuff like that is full of shit. I said, okay, oh, he just said something that might be useful. And you absorb that part.
Yeah. 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 or and agree with it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that bit. Yeah, we are all deletion.
On that bed, it was come back later. And then 6 months later, oh yeah, he was fucking right. you know,
It's,
that's what I'm saying. I don't want to take your time, whatever. But those are useful conversation for both of us.
yeah, very.
Whatever you believe, whatever I believe, whatever I think.
Yeah,
So,
and then they can sit like that
yeah, or not.
or not. Yeah, or whatever. It doesn't matter.
The thing is, what I have out of you today is more than I gave. And I do
I didn't
appreciate
see
that
that.
part.
I,
No,
I
you don't. But I think you need to know that
thank
I
you.
got more out of this than
Well, I appreciate you, Chet,
I
and
appreciate what you
I'm
did for
glad
me.
I was able to help in any way I can. I just know that playing and having your child now, because only because I see so many people like that, and you will have done as well. But I see you see the people who are passing. I see the people who may be left behind,
Yeah.
and I
And my
know
thing
that having
is,
things that comfort
yeah,
them.
and that's what I do. I could send you transcript of that what I just told my nurses today. I said, my thing is, you are burning out at 80%, and your job is to do the best you can.
Yeah,
If you want to talk to me, if you want breathing exercise and stuff like that, just get hold of me so we can get you past this. The thing is, what we do, and I think Rich is right, is that we're all fucked up. And my job is to unfuck people.
So, yeah, I agree. I agree. We can only do that, and you know, just help them along that journey.
Yeah.
Hold
And
space for people.
he helped me unfuck me, so I hope I can do what I can do.
Yeah,
I want my little granddaughter the,
Lucy.
the best she can be, and I don't know.
If she always knows that you're there in her heart, and this is what I've told my children, if anything ever happens to me, it won't matter because I'll always be in your heart.
Yeah, I want to, and in a way she does, but her paternal grandfather just died last year. He wasn't in the best shape, he had CHF and shit like that. And I kind of feel guilty about dropping that soon, but as far as I'm concerned, and my finality is I'm okay with it.
Okay. Yeah.
And I do appreciate your time, really. I mean, I see your makeup and stuff like that, dripping and stuff.
It's still on.
Yeah. Yeah, and maybe we can do this again.
Of
And
course, I think it helps for people. I know I've seen people before when they were dying of cancer,
mhm.
and they couldn't.
I don't want to, the thing is, I understand what it does to you.
Mm.
And I don't want to put you through shit That's my responsibility.
I can hold space.
You
Yeah.
understand?
I have enough. I can hold space for you. It will be my absolute honor to hold space for you as you go through this, because what you're because it's very hard as the person, being the person who is going with, you know what was going to happen. You know it. You're the doctor.
And I do what you say you do. I help people go through the process.
Yeah. You help. So who's
And
going to help you? Who's going
and
to help you?
I know it's
I,
not easy.
I will. It'll be my honor.
Thank you.
It'll be my absolute honor to do that and hold space. Don't expect me to not cry though.
Well, don't accept me either.
because that expectation will not be
I'll
met.
send you some Kleenex.
You will be very disappointed
Yeah, I'll send you some Kleenex, sweetie.
if you have that
You
expectation.
know, you make me cry more than my wife does.
Yeah, but I because I know it's hard for the person who is on that journey.
And she's a hospice nurse.
Oh right. Oh my gosh. Right. Okay.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, it's different though when it's your own
yeah,
husband.
it sucks. Big
Different. It's different. It's different when
time.
it's your own husband. It's but I know it's very hard when you're on that journey to, because you have to, because it's like it's hard, as you say, you don't necessarily want to share those emotions with your family because you have to
No,
be,
and
you have
I
to
don't
be
want to share those
resilient.
emotions with my patients either.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I would be honored to hold that space for you.
All
And
right.
and if it helps to record it for your family or people in our group, then that's your choice, and that's what you.
No, the thing is, if we have a talk like this, go for it. Record it. I can always pass it on.
Yeah.
And toss the ones I do.
Oh, you're very brave.
All my life. I'll see you soon.
All right. Take care.
You
All
too.
right. Love you.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye.